James Milner threading it forward. Minter had made the run, may yet apply the finishes beautifully. Yankuba Minte.
Don't worry, Newcastle have an exciting plan. From Newcastle United making official offer for Copa America winning winger, to Newcastle's last-ditch hijack for Tottenham signing, to AC Milan telling Newcastle Malick Thiaw's price, to revealing the exceptional Newcastle player Galatasaray are eyeing. Join us as we uncover the latest Newcastle United news. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, because you won't want to miss a single moment of this incredible journey.
Let's go!
Starting off, the transfer window has been an intriguing one for Newcastle United, and the latest reports suggest the Magpies have set their sights on an exciting Argentine talent. According to sources from Italy, Newcastle have submitted a bid for Fiorentina winger Nicolas Gonzalez, a player who has enjoyed significant success on the international stage. The 26-year-old Gonzalez is a two-time Copa America champion, having been a key member of the Argentina squad that lifted the prestigious trophy in 2021 and 2023. His exploits for his national team have undoubtedly caught the attention of clubs across Europe, and it appears Newcastle are keen to bring him to the Premier League. However, Fiorentina's response to Newcastle's advances has been less than enthusiastic. The Italian club's sporting director, Daniele Prad, had previously stated in early June 2024 that Gonzalez was 99% untransferable due to his importance to the team. This suggests that the Serie A side may be reluctant to part ways with their prized asset, even in the face of a lucrative offer. The reports indicate that Newcastle's bid for Gonzalez has been deemed by Fiorentina to be well below their valuation of the player. This is not entirely surprising, as last summer Premier League club Brentford had submitted a €43 million, £36 million offer for Gonzalez, which ultimately did not materialize into a transfer. It's believed that Newcastle's current bid is even lower than Brentford's previous offer. Despite Fiorentina's apparent unwillingness to sell, the recent reports suggest that their stance may have softened slightly, hinting at a potential willingness to cash in on their talented winger. Newcastle fans have had the opportunity to see Gonzalez in action, as he featured in Fiorentina's 2-0 defeat at St James's Park last August, when Sandro Tonali made his first appearance for the Magpies. The Argentine's performance on that occasion would have undoubtedly left a lasting impression on the home supporters. Over the past 3 Serie A seasons, Gonzalez has been directly involved in 34 goals, scoring 25 goals and having 9 assists, in 60 starts and 26 substitute appearances, averaging a goal or assist every 165 minutes. His most productive campaign was the 2023-24 season, where he recorded 14 direct goal involvements, scoring 12 goals and having 2 assists, in 1,914 Serie A minutes, averaging 1 every 136 minutes. If Newcastle's interest in Gonzalez is genuine, and they can convince Fiorentina to part ways with the Argentine, it would represent a significant coup for the Magpies. The right-wing position has been identified as a priority area for improvement by manager Eddie Howe, and Gonzalez's quality and experience would undoubtedly strengthen Newcastle's attacking options. Furthermore, the Magpies are also said to be on the lookout for a new right centre-back to compete with, and eventually replace Fabian Schär in the starting lineup. The addition of Gonzalez, coupled with potential reinforcements in the defensive department, would undoubtedly bolster Newcastle's squad ahead of the upcoming season. As the transfer window continues to unfold, it remains to be seen whether Newcastle will be able to reach an agreement with Fiorentina for the services of Nicolas Gonzalez. However, the mere fact that the Magpies have made a bid for the talented Argentine winger is an indication of their ambition and their desire to strengthen their squad further. Then moving on, the transfer saga surrounding Newcastle United's pursuit of AC Milan defender Malick Thiaw has taken an intriguing turn, with recently Sky Sports Italy's Gianluca Di Marzio reporting that Newcastle had returned for Malick Thiaw after strong links with the AC Milan centre-back last month, as the defender has caught the eye of Newcastle's new sporting director Paul Mitchell. After this, new claims have now arrived from Italy. According to the latest information from Italy's Calciomercato, Newcastle have once again engaged in talks with Thiaw's representatives, the Unique Sports Group, after initial discussions in June. However, the report indicates that the Serie A champions will not let the highly rated centre-back leave without a significant fee. Calciomercato states that AC Milan considers Thiaw a key player in their squad, but the club would be willing to part ways with him if an offer of at least €40 million, £34 million, arrives from St James's Park. The Italian outlet also suggests that the Rossoneri will not hold anyone back against their will, hinting at a potential willingness to negotiate a transfer if the price is right. The reports further note that Thiaw's representatives have been working on a potential move to the Premier League since January, and Newcastle have now re-established contact with the player's agency this week. This comes after the Magpies held initial talks with Milan in June, though they did not submit a written offer at the time. The timing of these renewed negotiations is particularly interesting, as Milan continue to be heavily linked with a move for Serbian defender Strahinja Pavlovic, who could potentially be viewed as Thiaw's replacement should a deal be struck with Newcastle. Newcastle's interest in Thiaw is not entirely surprising, given the club's need to strengthen their defensive options. The Magpies have been actively seeking a new centre-back to compete with and eventually succeed Fabian Schär in the starting lineup, and Thiaw's impressive performances for Milan last season have undoubtedly caught the attention of Eddie Howe and the Newcastle recruitment team. Interestingly, the Unique Sports Group agency, which represents Thiaw, also manages several other high-profile Newcastle players, including Anthony Gordon, Callum Wilson, Lewis Miley, Jamal Lascelles, and Isaac Hayden. This existing relationship could potentially work in Newcastle's favour if a deal is to be struck with AC Milan. As the transfer window continues to unfold, it remains to be seen whether Newcastle will be able to meet Milan's reported valuation of Thiaw and secure the services of the promising German defender. However, the fact that the Magpies have reignited their interest is a clear indication of their ambition to strengthen their squad further ahead of the upcoming Premier League season. Also in another defensive development, the race for Chelsea defender Trevor Chalobar's signature has intensified, with Newcastle United and West Ham United emerging as the frontrunners to secure his services ahead of the August 30th transfer deadline. Give Me Sports sources have revealed. Newcastle boss Eddie Howe has placed the 25-year-old on his list of potential acquisitions, despite facing stiff competition from the Hammers and other Premier League rivals, including Manchester United, Fulham, and Crystal Palace. Give Me Sport recently reported that the Magpies have discussed making a move for Chalobar due to being in need of a right-sided central defender, thanks to Jamal Lascelles being on course to remain on the sidelines until the end of the year with an anterior cruciate ligament injury, and they are well positioned to compete for a Champions League place in the long term. The Magpies have been active in the transfer market, with the likes of Elliot Anderson and Yankuba Minte departing the club to ensure compliance with profit and sustainability rules. Meanwhile, West Ham's new manager, Julian Lopetegui, has not been afraid to splash the cash, having already secured the £40 million signing of Max Kilman from Wolverhampton Wanderers. Chalobar's Chelsea future has been thrown into doubt after he was left out of the Blues' pre-season tour of the United States, indicating that he is not in the plans of new head coach Enzo Maresca, with fellow central defenders Wesley Fofana, Axel Disasi, Tosin Adarabioyo, and teenager Josh Achampong making the cut. Chalobar's omission has put potential suitors on red alert. According to Give Me Sports sources, Chelsea are willing to cash in on the England under-21 international for a fee of up to £30 million, but the player will only depart Stamford Bridge if the right opportunity presents itself. Chalobar still has 4 years remaining on his £50,000 per week contract, and he is not averse to staying at the club if the right move does not materialise. However, the former Huddersfield Town loanee is eager to join a club competing in a European competition or one with a strong chance of qualifying for continental action in the near future. This could play in favour of Newcastle and West Ham, who have both been on the European stage in recent seasons as opposed to Fulham and Crystal Palace, who may struggle to tempt Chalobar with a London-based move. Chalobar's statistical averages per Premier League outing during the 2023-24 season highlight his defensive prowess, ranking second in the squad for clearances, averaging 3.8 per game, ninth in long passes, averaging 1.8 per game, and joint 8 for tackles, averaging 1.2 per game, and joint 7th in interceptions and blocks averaging 0.6 and 0.5 respectively. His ability to also feature at right back has made him an attractive option for Manchester United, who are facing uncertainty over Aaron Wan-Bissaka's future. While Nottingham Forest will not return to the negotiating table after being snubbed by Chalobar less than 12 months ago, the players' representatives are waiting for formal inquiries from interested parties, with Borussia Dortmund and AC Milan also monitoring the situation. As the transfer window approaches its final stages, the battle for Trevor Chalobar's signature is set to intensify, with Newcastle and West Ham firmly in the mix to secure the services of the highly rated Chelsea defender. Then moving on, according to reports, Newcastle United have made a late move to sign highly rated 15-year-old attacking midfielder Kyran Thompson from West Ham United. The news comes from popular academy insider The Secret Scout, who revealed that Tottenham Hotspur were previously the front-runners to secure Thompson's signature. However, it is now believed that Newcastle and Arsenal have also presented their respective projects to the teenager. Over the past 10 days, Newcastle have emerged as a late contender for the youth talent, offering Thompson a move to Tyneside. This signals the club's ambition at the academy level, as they look to strengthen their youth setup and secure the services of one of the most highly rated young players in the country. The report suggests that all of the big six clubs in the Premier League have shown interest in Thompson, with Manchester City, Liverpool, Manchester United and Chelsea all admirers of the youngster's potential. Convincing Thompson to choose Newcastle over Tottenham and Arsenal, who would allow him to stay closer to his London base, could be a challenge for the Magpies. However, the club's newfound ambition and resources are likely factors that could work in their favour. Ultimately, this latest development highlights Newcastle's desire to invest in their youth academy and secure the signing of promising young talents like Kyran Thompson. The club's willingness to make a late push for the player demonstrates their commitment to building a strong foundation for the future. Then, in terms of outgoings, in a recent development, a Newcastle United supporter who lives next to the Magpie Media's home claims to have encountered the club's striker Callum Wilson at Central Station. When the supporter approached Wilson and said, "You better not be going off to Saudi," the 32-year-old striker's response was reassuring. Wilson reportedly told the supporter, "Nah, I'm settled here, and my family love it too." This exchange suggests that Callum Wilson has no intention of leaving Newcastle United this summer, despite the ongoing speculation surrounding potential player departures from the club. Wilson, who has been a key figure in Newcastle's recent resurgence, appears to be content with his current situation and has no plans to seek a move away from St James's Park. The striker's commitment to the club and his family's satisfaction with life on Tyneside will be welcome news for the Newcastle faithful. Then, according to Graham Bailey, Turkish giants Galatasaray are now interested in signing Newcastle United defender Kieran Trippier. The 33-year-old England international has already made 94 appearances for the Magpies under manager Eddie Howe. As Newcastle look to reduce the average age of their squad in the coming weeks, they are reportedly willing to allow Trippier to leave the club this summer, with the player having just 1 year left on his current contract. Trippier was once considered a flagship player in the new era of success under Howe, but with Tino Livaramento's emergence, the club seems ready to move forward. Following Trippier's commendable performances at Euro 2024, where he played out of position as an advanced left-back, the defender has attracted interest from several clubs, including Bayern Munich, who were close to signing him in January. However, Newcastle ultimately pulled away from that move. Now, TBR Football understands that Bayern remain keen on Trippier, while there is also interest from clubs in Saudi Arabia, AC Milan and AS Monaco. However, Galatasaray's interest is currently the most advanced, and the Turkish club are considering a move for the right-back. Galatasaray had been looking at Rennes Gueladue, brother of Desire Due, who is wanted across Europe this summer, but a deal has not progressed. Therefore, if Newcastle are able to offload Trippier before the end of August, the club would surely have to seek a replacement. At the moment, it seems that Howe and Newcastle's director of football, Paul Mitchell, are predominantly targeting a new centre-back and a right winger, and potentially another goalkeeper as well. The situation regarding Trippier's potential departure will likely be treated on an ad hoc basis. Then finally, in an exciting, massive update, if you would want to know shocking transfer plan details that have emerged from Newcastle's crunch talks with Eddie Howe, click the video link on screen now.